feel like I have the worst luck going live. Hey, we got sound. Let's pull up the chat so I don't have to squint. Hello, everybody. Do I have sound this time? I apologize. I was.
Dick doesn't really like the puppy yet. Oh.
You guys see Bentley? He's getting bigger. Say hello. Say hello, everybody. Duke and Bentley have not been getting along today because Bentley is in like a super playful mood and Duke does not want to be bothered. Don't want to see ads. Let's just pull up the chat. Okay, now we got a big chat. Top chat. Let's go to live chat. And on cue, I go live, so Duke's going to start barking. Wonder how I can expand my chat. Kenzie, what do you think pop out chat means?
What?
Oh, there we go. I wonder if I... Oh, there we go. Okay, ain't that cool? Now I have just the chat up. So I can read your guys' comments without going. Everybody ready for the weekend? Let's change this to live chat. Hello, everybody. Cheryl, Victoria. We got Jennifer, Bobby, Patricia. Hello, everybody.
Oh, he's nervous.
Everybody, you want to say hi to everybody? Look, you're on the big screen. One day you'll be famous like Duke, but not quite as famous as Duke.
Didn't Duke get his first hate comment?
Yeah, Duke got his very first hate comment. Let me see it for a second. Kenzie doesn't like it when I claim ownership over Bentley because this is Kenzie's baby and she does not want him getting attached to me. But like I told Kenzie, unfortunately, all dogs love me.
He's trying to get more close to me.
I think last time you guys seen Bentley, he was just a little bitty puppy. How old was Bentley when we got him?
6 weeks.
6 weeks.
But he's not even 3 months yet.
And he's over 2 months now, so.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. Oh, look at little Bentley. He is so good. I've got him completely potty trained.
He did not do it. It was all my doing.
It was all Kenzie's doing. Bentley at 6 weeks old. How old is he now? 2 months.
Oh,
a little over 2 months.
He'll be 3 months on the 16th.
Completely housebroken. He goes to the back door when he's got a potty. He waits because all the dogs know to wait at the back door, like when I open it, because I hook them up to a lead outside so they don't run off and they can just hang out outside for a while. So he knows to sit and wait until he's hooked up and then he can come outside. Right now we're working on getting him to take treats easily, which he's getting there. Before he'd like rip your fingers off taking a treat. So you want to show him your homemade treats you made him?
Well, aren't they almost gone?
There might be one in there. Yeah, before he would always just, I would go to give him a treat and he'd like rip these 3 fingers completely off. Other than that, we just had a few. I was laying there watching TV one night, just flipping through the channels, and Bentley was laying next to me, and all of a sudden he clamped down on my ear, which puppy teeth hurt like hell. So I had blood running out of my ear, and then Bentley, you want to try taking one easy? to let him show Duke. Duke will show him how to do it.
They're little pumpkin bites. Wait, no, these are banana ones.
Yeah, these are made out of banana and
I had
oatmeal.
pumpkin ones.
Duke, sit. Okay. Easy, okay? Easy. See, that's easy.
Do it with Bentley.
Let's sit him up here. Here, Bentley.
You can't sit up there.
Well, they're not going to be able to see him if he's all the way down
You
there.
can see if he's up there.
We'll see how easy Bentley does. Come on. Sit. Easy. Easy.
He's learning.
He's getting better. Come here, Duke. You want to say hi? Come here. Duke, here. Come here. Up. Let's say hi to everyone. Duke thinks everybody's got treats. So yeah, Duke and Bentley been arguing all day today because, like I said, Duke just wants to relax today and Bentley wants to play. And sometimes Bentley doesn't know when to quit.
Someone asked what breed Duke is.
Duke is a pit bull husky mix.
Yep.
For insurance purposes, Duke is a husky.
How old is Duke?
Duke is a little over 4 years, I think. How old was Duke when we got him?
I think he's 5.
Yeah, he might be close to 5 years.
We got him in like 2020.
Yeah, we're not quite sure how old Duke. Duke was a pup. He was probably about the size of Bentley when we got him. Maybe a little bit bigger.
He was a lot bigger.
Maybe a little bit bigger.
A lot bigger.
A little bit bigger.
A lot bigger. Look at the pictures. He was a lot bigger.
But yeah, Duke got his first hate comment on the internet a few days ago, so Duke is officially famous. You're not famous on the internet until you get your first hate comment, so Duke is like super excited about that.
I think Bentley's pretty famous.
So if somebody could leave Bentley a hate comment, then Bentley could be internet famous. No more dogs to come. 3 is enough. Bentley is a golden retriever. Is that a ghost dog in the back? That is Tucker. He is completely blind.
I was wondering.
He's our other fur baby. He's trying to figure out what's going on.
He didn't get a treat. He's on a diet.
Yeah, Tucker's on a diet. He has lost 4 pounds. Is that right?
Yeah.
Tucker has lost 4 pounds, so.
I think Bentley's getting in the trash.
No, he's all right. Tucker is precious. Yes, he is.
Did you see that one comment?
No, what did they say? I love that you argue. We weren't allowed growing up 60 years ago.
Me and Dad argue all the time.
Yes, Nancy, sometimes Kenzie and I argue just because we're so alike that.
No, he just doesn't like to admit when he's wrong.
I do admit when I'm wrong. You don't like to be wrong. Right, okay. Say hi to everybody. Somebody said, ew, he's a pit bull. I hate pit bulls. They're ugly.
He's literally the nicest dog.
Duke is the most beautiful doggy in the world. The most precious, the nicest doggy. Huh. I agree, Tina. Don't you dare say anything about Duke. Some dog breeds just get a bad rap. Duke is close to 5. Bentley is close to 2. And Tucker, you're what? 7?
What?
How old's Tucker? 7 or 8?
Did you say Bentley's close to 2
months?
No, he is 2 months. He's almost
3
months.
2 months or close to 2 months. How old's Tucker? 7?
Got him in 2016.
2016. So you guys do the math.
But it's not his birthday yet. His birthday is December 19th. So he'll be turning. Not very good at math.
Breezy says all about the environment they're raised in. I agree. Tabitha has a pit bull and he is as mean as shit. Tabitha's not helping my cause here. Missy, thank you so much for the donation. Congratulations, Duke, on being famous.
Oh, Tucker's 9.
Tucker's 9.
Ew.
How did we not know Tucker was 9? I feel like we haven't had Tucker that long.
Since 2016, it's been a while.
Tucker, you falling asleep, buddy?
Why is he in my dog's bed?
You falling asleep, buddy? Yeah. Devin says Duke is so pretty and Bentley is so cute. Where is Bentley?
Oh.
You guys see. Bentley's trying to take over Duke's couch. Look who's on your couch. Look. Look.
No, Dad, don't argue that. You're scaring Bentley.
That couch is reserved for the king of the house, which is Duke.
No.
Bentley will never be king of this house.
This is the king of the house.
Bentley is not the king of the house.
The king of their new house.
Nope. Nope. You can't be king. You have to know your place.
He's the prince.
June says, I am totally addicted to your show. Thank you for what you do. Thank you so much, June. We have a lot of crazy episodes coming out this month. Do you have more pets? We do not have more pets. At one time, we had our own little zoo. We had all kinds of pets here. We had fish, guinea pigs, hedgehog, bearded dragon. I feel like we had something else. Maybe not. A rabbit.
Bunny.
And over the past couple years, a lot of our smaller pets have unfortunately passed away. But the good thing is all of our smaller pets lived at least 2 years past what they normally live. So they lived long, happy lives. Tara, I will check out your email. I don't think I've seen that with new devices. Definitely want to check it out. I think we have some new equipment somebody had sent us that Sean's going to bring this weekend. We are filming here in Ohio this weekend. Like some of these comments, YouTube retracts for the dumbest reasons.
Is it YouTube that's doing it?
Yeah. Because Jennifer said I had lots of pets at one time. I don't know why that would be a bad comment. We may be filming near Columbus this weekend. Yes. We keep where we're filming at on the down low. That way people don't just randomly show up. There are a few crazy people out there in this world. Also, we get to meet a lot of cool fans when we're out filming, but we find for us it's best just to go in unannounced, do our thing, and then leave. We do have a brand new episode dropping tonight, 8 o'clock, so everybody come check out the new episode. Come hang out with us in live chat. We do have a pretty epic chat. Where are your cats? We don't have any cats. Unfortunately, the three of us are all allergic to cats. I have nothing against cats, just allergic. Like if we film somewhere where they have a cat, we'll spend like 2 or 3 days afterwards just taking sinus medicine. Tucker's ready for a nap. Tucker is always ready for a nap. Come here, Tucker. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. Come here. Tucker doesn't like a whole lot of interaction, so. Yeah, brand new episode dropping tonight. This is a case that we did here in Ohio. Amazing family to work with. Caught some amazing evidence. This is when Rob was here from the UK. So Rob got to go out with us to investigate. So you guys will get to see Rob tonight. We're going to get Rob in the chat tonight so you guys can talk with him. Kat wants to know, what are your plans for today? Plans for the day is me and Duke are going to go work out, probably do a little bit more editing, and then get ready for the premiere tonight at 8 o'clock. That's our plan. Might run the vacuum. I was going to do that last night, but I ran out of time. So I know it's exciting plans, right? Lisa, love your videos. Thank you so much, Lisa. Can't wait for tonight, says Anne. Thank you. Becky Duncan says Rob is awesome. Yes, he is. Hello, Chris. Amy Baker, hearts back to you. Bentley is a prince if Duke's a king. Yes. Bentley can be Duke's prince. And Duke and Tucker can be the princess. Right, Tucker? You want to be a princess, buddy? You want to be a princess? Yeah, you can be a princess, huh? Your name's Tucker. You can be anything you want, right? He's ignoring me. Just want to hug Tucker. If you try hugging Tucker, he will quickly back away from you. Tucker does not like hugs. Tucker's one of those dogs where it's got to be on his own terms when he wants attention. Tucker has taken over Bentley's bed. Yes, he has. Tina, how many years have you guys been investigating? What got you all started? We've been investigating since 2003. So however many years, that 22, 23 years is how long we've been investigating. We got started investigating because we went through a paranormal experience, lived in a house that had a very violent haunting, and we moved out of that house. We dealt with it for about 3 years, moved out of the house, and then we kind of went about our life, didn't even really think about it. And then we just got thinking about the experiences we went through. And we wanted to learn more about the paranormal, how our family went from just being this normal family to all of a sudden living in a haunted house, and just to that's kind of what got us started. We had some early paranormal experiences at a few different haunted locations we went to, and then that hooked us. We worked with a family. I think the first family we worked with was back in 2004, and we just loved the whole concept of working with families. I believe, I'm not quite for sure when Paranormal State came out. What was that, 2000? I don't remember exactly what year Paranormal State came out. I became like super addicted to Paranormal State, the TV show. If you guys ever watched that TV show, Paranormal State. Let's look at their. Oh no, they came out way before 2011. 2007 is the first episode. Yeah, in Paranormal State, they primarily focused on like family hauntings. So that was something that was always intrigued us, just working with the families. And then we kind of fell in love with like telling people stories and sharing their stories. And we started YouTube back in 2006 when YouTube first started. And a lot of people that watched, because we only put out like really short, like EVP, or if we caught something pretty cool at an investigation. So it'd be like short little 5-minute videos. And a lot of people wanted to see more of the history of the place, what the family was going through, more of the investigation, more of us investigating. So we started making them like 10-minute long videos. And then we kind of got into the whole filming and editing and all that, and kind of fell in love with that side of it as well. And it got to where we were doing like half-hour long episodes. We were approached. We were doing stuff on YouTube, And then we were approached from Amazon to bring our show to their streaming platform, and they wanted 44-minute episodes. So we started shooting 44-minute episodes, and that's kind of where we are today. Is the two places we primarily focus, obviously YouTube and Amazon, and I think we're on a few other streaming platforms. Did you always want to be ghost hunters? No. We all work normal jobs. Rocky and Sean were in the asphalt business. Um, I had a flooring company, and so the paranormal was something that we did on the side on the weekends. We were literally putting out maybe like one or two episodes a month. Sometimes it was just one episode a month, and it just got to the point where we had so many families reaching out to us wanting help, and they were having to wait 3 to 4 months for us to come. So it was like, we either do this full time and focus all of our energy on these families, or continue working the 9 to 5, and um, so that's kind of how it all got started. So yeah, we didn't plan on being ghost hunters. We didn't plan on doing YouTube or Amazon or any of that stuff. It was just, how you start one thing and the next thing you know, you're doing it full time. And now we do 3 to 4 cases a month, where before we were doing like one, sometimes 2 cases a month. And that's still with people waiting, a month for us to get in and try to help them out. Jersey. Let me get your. Sorry to spam this, but would you ever go back to your childhood home and investigate? We would go back there to investigate. We were actually talking with the people that live inside the house now, getting things scheduled to go back there and do. I don't know if we would investigate, but at least tell our story inside the house. We hadn't been there since we left. Um, and then COVID hit and things kind of fell through. And we just have not had the time to explore that option. Cat 28286, thank you so much for the donation. Just because I love how you guys try to help people. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Cat. Give W's in the chat for Cat. That kind of rhymes. We are going to work on Chasing Evil. We're working on trying to get things scheduled. We were working on some stuff and not having much luck, especially with the Summer Wells case. Just not having much luck at all with the family getting on board. So if anybody in the chat is friends with Summer Wells family, just have them reach out to us. We would love to work with them and see if we could help find some answers. Becky, have you guys ever investigated St. Albans in Virginia? We have not, but that is one location we're going to get to very, very soon. And I mean within the next couple months. Nice Catholic girl. Josh, what do you think causes a haunting besides people using Ouija boards and a person summoning something? I believe that all hauntings have to be, something has to cause a haunting. So something has to trigger it to take place, open that door in some fashion, whether willingly or unwillingly. And once that doorway is opened and you allow that energy into your house, then I think that's what causes a haunting. And there's a plethora of different things that could cause a haunting. I think we've pretty much seen them all over the years. I'm a big believer in like energy. So if you guys are a big believer in energy with these hauntings, please give me a thumbs up so we can know. Which I could show you guys what I can kind of give you a example of my theory with these hauntings. Give me 1 second. Let me grab a few props for you guys. If I know. Okay, so this might be a completely stupid explanation of this, but I believe a lot of hauntings is energy. We know that everything living is made up of energy. We are made up of energy. When we pass away, scientifically, they have proven that that energy dissipates into the atmosphere. Where exactly that energy goes, nobody knows for sure. Does that energy go into an item? Can that energy go into a house? So if you think like these two magnets right here, magnetic energy. Let's see if this is a telemarketer. Hello? 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 You have the wrong number. All right. Yep. That's weird. But anyhow, if you think of these magnets as energy, magnetic energy, so a lot of people, you know, with where am I going with this? With like the sounds, like why you get so much of the knocking sounds, the walking sounds. It's almost like when the energy hits, like when you take two magnets and they're hitting. So are these spirits able to manipulate? Somebody said, "Is that a home phone?" Yes, we're the only people on the planet that still have a home phone. I think the only reason we have a home phone is because it's cheaper to keep it all in one bundle. And if we got rid of the home phone, then it would cause our price to go up. I don't know why we have a home phone or why they're even plugged in, but for anybody not familiar, that is a home phone that people can actually call a landline. And then if you think about it with like the investigations, almost all the equipment is energy based. So EMF, um, REM pods, most of the alarms are all energy based. So everything that you're trying, most of the stuff that you're picking up on is that energy. Doing EMF sweeps throughout the house. Sometimes we'll get large EMF spikes before something happens. And, also like with the same as magnets is, if you reverse that magnet, you can move stuff. So you could use energy to move an object throughout the house. So because we get a lot of, especially like religious people, say, well, how can you believe that spirits linger around if you're a Christian and you believe that they go face judgment? So, yes, I believe that when you die, you go and you face judgment, but that doesn't explain where your energy goes. Um, we know that there are demonic entities roaming around. We know that, because actually, Kenzie and I were just studying this the other day with the angels. CWA, Josh, can you please let me know if there's a safe way to communicate with the past family? I would first question why you want to communicate with the family. Would be the one big thing is, are you trying to? I would need to know more about why you're trying to communicate with the family member. I don't believe in, like, if I have somebody close pass away to me, I'm not immediately going to grab my equipment and try communicating with them. I just have to trust in my heart that they've moved on and they're in a good place now and let it be. So sometimes opening up that doorway, a lot of the cases we do are with exactly what she's talking about is somebody will have a family member pass away and they'll download an app to their phone or jump on Amazon or eBay and buy a piece of equipment and try communicating with something from the other side. And I would always, now obviously a lot of people can do that and nothing ever happens, but in a sense, you are opening that doorway. Leah Browning, do you believe, or she says, I do believe there is energy of some type, that energy that we leave behind. I agree. I mean, that energy has to go somewhere. Maybe it does just, I know there are some people that believe that, like if, I feel like that'd be a little bit too morbid to say, but yeah, the energy's got to go somewhere. Where it goes, we don't know for sure. So, yes, I do believe that whenever you pass away, you are judged, and then wherever you go, but that still doesn't explain where your energy goes and what exactly that energy is able to do. So, I'm a huge believer in just energy. Shannon, can you guys put the investigation of the exiled priest out again with the demon? That is out. You can actually go watch that right now. I think that is Demon House 2 or 3. That's the thing about the paranormal. I mean, there's no true experts in the paranormal. Nobody knows exactly how it works. Um, I know I'd seen a recent poll back in like 2023 where 70% of the people polled believe had paranormal experiences. So I think anytime that you get 70% of the people that who have had paranormal experiences, that's pretty good evidence. Yes, we were going to look into the Sebastian Rogers case. That's something that we might do when once we get moved down south a little bit closer to them. Because with Chasing Evil, there's so many trips back and forth to the location. So if you're doing a case that's 7, 8 hours away, it's just a lot of travel time if you're going down there multiple times. Jersey Gemini, do you believe in heaven? Yes, I do believe in heaven. I think I would consider myself a non denominational Christian. Kenzie just bought a book that, because our church has actually been doing a study on the afterlife and the spiritual world for the past 7 weeks. And some of that goes along with the book of Enoch, which I was not really familiar with at all. I know that book can be a little controversial in some of the things, but some of it does make sense. If anybody in chat's familiar with the book of Enoch, give me a thumbs up. Kat Ramsey, thank you so much for the donation. Greatly appreciate it. Yes, that is the one thing we're going to do. She says, after you move, will you expand south a little, maybe even Midwest? Yes. I feel like we've spent the past 23 years, and we do get out south quite a bit and north, but that's the one thing I'm definitely looking forward to is doing more investigations in the south and even on the East Coast and then out west. So yeah, that's where a lot of mine falls into is just like I said, with the energy that's left behind or the energy that remains behind after somebody passes. Um, and with the Catholics, they believe a lot in like purgatory. Um, we are hopefully moving. We are having some slight issues, but Amanda says very familiar with the Book of Enoch. So yeah, the Book of Enoch would explain a lot of the stuff that we deal with from like the supernatural realm. And that's basically what the church has been talking about is parts of the Book of Enoch and then how close like heaven and us here on earth, like the other realm, how we often will communicate back and forth and sometimes not even know it, and how thin the veil is. I've noticed one thing with like the investigations that we do is like right now we've noticed a huge uptick in paranormal cases, people contacting us. So like it seems like when the world gets crazy, we get cases nonstop, like daily. So there's got to be something to it when the I'm not sure exactly what that is, but Miranda says Sean is so nice to look at. I'll tell Sean if Sean's not in chat. Laura, I can't tell the boys apart. Are we talking to Josh or Sean? I am Sean. Yeah, Shannon, that episode is still on the channel. If one of our mods happen to find the yep, Sean's in here. If one of our mods happen to find the link to that episode, you can throw it up on here. Kat says, I will miss my Ohio boys if they move. I'll still come back here. We'll probably all come back here every now and then. Obviously, we'll still probably investigate in Ohio. I've got a lot of, or a few friends that'll be leaving behind. So definitely come back and see people. And hey, Kenzie, do you have that book?
What?
Do you have that book? Yeah. You guys see all the boys are sleeping right behind me.
Are you talking bad about it?
No, I was just talking about. As you can see, Kenzie's studying the book now, and then I'm going to study it afterwards. So, what are your thoughts on the Book of Enoch?
Well, I haven't really read much of it.
Yeah. So this was the grandfather of Noah, right?
Yeah. Great grandfather.
And they talk about the Nephilim that came down and seduced the women of earth and had children. And then the whole reason that God flooded the earth and had Noah build the ark was because of the giants, the Nephilim.
The giant angels who fell from heaven.
Yeah, the giant angels who fell from heaven.
There they are.
So you guys can see. You guys see that? Is that Enoch, or is that just the
That's Enoch?
Enoch and the
bottom.
angels from
Enoch stands among the fallen angels.
the fallen angels.
Which is the Nephilim.
Which was weird because I always, our church, they dive into a lot of deep subjects when it comes to the Bible and scripture and stuff. And, when they start talking about the supernatural and the paranormal and stuff, I'm always like,
I'm just waiting for them to talk about ghost hunting and
don't
stuff.
don't.
And everyone just looks at you.
Because a lot of people in the church know what I do. And that's the thing. You'll get a few people online that, the Christians that like to point out everything and make everything seem bad, even though you're out trying to help people that are obviously dealing with demonic entities. And we have so many churches and people that go to church and religious leaders, bishops, pastors, priests, and never once has anybody ever told us, stop doing that. That's a bad thing to do. You're talking to the devil or anything like that. So we're completely comfortable doing this. I think, like I've said before, the paranormal is all about how you do things. If you're going into it and you're opening these doorways and you're trying to summons up something evil just for clicks, then I think obviously that's bad. But I think if you're going out there and you're trying to help people and you have the right frame of mind and you're doing it for the right reason, I don't see any harm in it. There's thousands of people from all over the world that ghost hunt and into the paranormal and all that stuff. Some things, everything's basically what are your intentions, if it makes it bad or not. That's what I would say. We just worked with a family up in New York, a Muslim family, the first Muslim family we've ever worked with. And I think it's probably one of the most eye-opening episodes we've done in a while. And like I said, we've worked on. We could care less what religion you are. Um, I believe that God gave us all the free will to make our own decisions. So I fully respect anybody's whatever religion they decide to follow, or we've worked with atheists if they choose not to follow any religion. I fully respect that. We don't push our religion on anybody. Um, I believe if you look at all people as humans and all made in the image of God, then you learn to see them for more than what you see on the outside, if that makes sense. What church do you go to? What kind of church is our church?
They asked me what denomination.
It's just weird, non-denominational, right?
Yeah, we go to a non-denominational.
Yeah, it's a non-denominational church. Please give Duke hugs for me. I will give Duke's hug for you. How is Cheryl? I have not talked to Cheryl in a few months, so hopefully Cheryl's doing good. Last time I talked to her, she was doing good, so hopefully she's still doing good. We do pretty much stay friends with most of the people we work with, but a lot of people just, once the paranormal stuff is stopped, they want to just get on with their life and put that behind them and never talk about it or never go through that again. So obviously, a lot of people just are happy and move on with their life. And some people we stay in touch with, and others we don't. Rocky is the oldest. I feel like we do have some pink paranormal merch. I'll have to check that out and see.
You used to remember that?
Yeah, I think, respect people's religions and their choices that they make. Um, Working with this lady, like I said, it was just very eye opening just to see. Because plus, I like to see how other cultures and other religions view the paranormal. Um, I just find it strange that there were a lot of dangers and a lot of stuff that we had to change for this investigation because of that religion. So, um, but it's very, 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 very neat when you guys see the interview. And I had alarms set up and what specific topics or specific things that were said that made these alarms go off. It's pretty eye opening.
I think you should make limited edition Christmas merch.
We should do Christmas merch, do like a 30% off.
But like make merch specifically. We got a little Christmas tree in there.
Shannon, I agree. Shannon said there has to be something with the afterlife, or the Catholic Church wouldn't have priests that only do exorcisms. And I think a lot of churches are opening up, which I've noticed in the last year. A lot of churches are opening up their eyes to the paranormal or the supernatural and the thinning of the veil. So I would say before it was always just the Catholic Church that you would go to for help, but now there's just so many churches that are opening up to that. Where's Bentley? Bentley is
Maybe move your chair back so they can see him.
Bentley is chilling on the floor right there.
The stomach.
He likes.
Next to on his back. Someone asked, I forget what exactly it was, but like about bringing things home.
Where's that at?
Well, it's up. When you bring home.
What do you do when you bring home an apparition or one follows you home? A lot of times, what I've noticed is I try not to feed into it, give it any acknowledgement. Sometimes we'll use prayer and holy water. Um, we had a case, we were up at the Beale Manor, and we had some crazy stuff happen. Oh, I never told you guys that story either.
That's what I was telling you to talk about.
Oh. So we go to the Beale Manor.
Oh.
I don't know if anybody's familiar with the Bill Manor, but they recently bought a bunch of stuff from Bobby Mackey's at an auction. So if you go into the basement, there's like Carl's chair from Carl's apartment, the door from Carl's apartment, and like his blinds from his apartment. Because we thought we were completely done with Bobby Mackey's. I got rid of the bottle and just wanted to put that behind me. So a few days after investigating the Bill Manor, might have even been the next night, I'm laying in bed, or no, my wife calls me the following morning and she says, "Were you having a nightmare last night?" I said, I didn't remember any specific nightmare." But she said I was like flinging around in bed, like moving my arms and legs and stuff real fast, like something was attacking me. And all the lights in the room started flickering like crazy, and then they would just stop. And then I would start having this nightmare again, and all the lights in the room would start flickering like crazy again. So that was freaking weird. I have one specific part of my house back here where I keep all the haunted objects that I have from different family hauntings we've done before. And where's the one place we constantly get the knocking?
Right there.
Back there. I mean, like just random knocking back in that area. That's the only spot in the entire house that we have the knocking is back where those haunted objects are. So I don't remember having a nightmare, but evidently I was. Rocky has been having all kinds of crazy stuff happen at his house. Something walking upstairs, something running up and down the steps. Um, I think Sean, if you're in chat, did you have stuff happen, Sean? I think Sean even had some stuff happen at his house. Do you protect yourselves before an investigation? We don't do any type of like formal protection when we go into do an investigation because we're going into the investigation as open as possible because we're wanting to figure out what's going on there. So I always feel like if you're covered in blessed metals or do a prayer of protection, then you're kind of pushing that energy that you want to find out why it's there away from you and not getting the answers that you're seeking. I even noticed, like you guys remember the case that we just did where they, the family and the church and everybody was praying for us during the investigation. I felt like that hindered us documenting the evidence that we needed to document. Now, obviously, it's not a bad thing because it kept us safe, um, but by the time we finish the investigation, we do the cleansing. You know, we pray over ourselves, holy water, that whole process. I think Sean actually had to go see somebody for the stuff that was going on with him. Out of all the paranormal groups on YouTube right now, who would you like to collaborate with the most? I don't know. I feel like some of them would be if you're just talking like going into like a completely haunted location, like a haunted asylum, anything like that. Obviously, I would like to do some stuff with Twin Paranormal because I know their backgrounds, kind of where they got started in the paranormal. I feel like a lot of the stuff that they've went through, obviously they're quite a bit younger than us, but is something that we can relate to from what we went through when we were children. So I think that would be on that level would be pretty cool. I don't know if Sean said what happened to him or not.
He just said yes, I did or something like that.
Kenzie, when are you investigating next?
He doesn't like to bring me along.
Oh, I do like to bring you along.
No, I actually don't like to go along because I get really scared.
Kenzie gets so scared. And it's only like specific places I would take my kids to investigate. A lot of people say, why don't you take Duke on investigations? Well, I don't ever want to put Duke in harm's way. Like if I make a decision and something bad happens to me, then I can live with that because that's a decision I made. But I would never put anybody in harm's way. That's one reason we don't do a whole lot of public investigations. We don't invite a whole lot of people to investigate with us. We take our kids to very specific places that we know 99% of the time, nothing bad's going to happen to them. Um,
What's the scariest place that you've investigated?
Scariest place we've investigated, I would say, would be one would be Cheryl's house, and then two would be the Pollock Hospital.
Not the one that we did in Tennessee.
That was a good one, but I don't think we could have hit that place a lot harder. Kenzie was literally so scared she was crying. That's how scared she was. Like people, like legit. My girls have grown up around the paranormal. My girls are both. I would say you were a skeptic.
No, I always believed.
But you hadn't had any experiences.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you had the experience with the cabinet doors. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm. And Kirsten's door slamming, but.
So they've had things because when we've had attachments, they've had experiences here. But like Kenzie had not had that one big experience that said, okay, I'm 100% sure that the paranormal's real.
That was the experience where I was like,
No,
okay.
Waverly Hills.
Well, yeah.
So I took my girls to Waverly Hills. We're standing down in the death tunnel, the body chute. Nobody else is around. They know that 100% for sure. We hear a woman, like a woman's footsteps, walking down the hallway straight at us, and hear a woman's voice. Flip on the flashlight, and nobody's there. And this is like a long ass tunnel, so you couldn't get out of the tunnel before we could see or hear you. Remember that?
Well, yeah, but I mean that was definitely like the first experience, but it wasn't as scary as the other one.
So what was scary with the house? What was scary about that for you?
Because the ceiling above us,
yeah, the walking,
was literally walking, and we're the only ones in there.
Yeah, so Kenzie and I, we know we're in the house by ourselves. We literally hear somebody walking right above us on the second floor. I don't know if you guys have seen. If you haven't seen that episode, maybe one of our mods can post the link in here. It's pretty crazy. But once Kenzie, I could tell that she was starting to tear up and she was scared. I was like, okay, you leave. I'll stay in here by myself. But we were literally getting some of the craziest shit inside that house. I would love for me, Rocky, and Sean to all three go back there and investigate that house if they would let us. Because the minute we went lights out and started investigating, stuff started happening. So Kenzie is now 100% believer in the paranormal. Yes, I agree. Disembodied voices are the creepiest. The episode that I'm airing right now with the family up in New York, some of the craziest disembodied voices over our camcorder audio, like straight out of The Exorcist stuff. We do need to do a live chat with Ben from Casper Site. Ben is an amazing guy. We would love to do a live or do an investigation with Ben. He was probably the other person that I would love to collaborate with. My brothers and I just aren't real big on doing collaborations. A lot of times just because we focus so much on family hauntings. So family hauntings are something completely different than going to a haunted building. It's something that you obviously take more serious, and you have to worry about the family and doing something that would put the family in jeopardy, or it's just something that you have to be more professional with. So I don't think we've done collaborations on with family hauntings, but it's very rare. I feel like us and Casper Site. What if us, Casper Site, and Twin Paranormal all did a giant investigation? That would be epic. If you are new here, please smash that like button and hit subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 1 million subscribers, just a little goal that we're trying to hit. So tell all your friends and family to come subscribe to our channel. We do want to come to Australia, the UK. We've actually gotten quite a few cases down in the Philippines too. Is it down in the Philippines or over in the Philippines? In the Philippines. So I would love to do some. We get a lot of cases up in Canada, so I would love to do cases in different countries. I'm trying to read your questions. I apologize. They're going by so fast. Do you plan on going to the Warren Museum? I would love to go to the Warren Museum. The Warrens is the one, because like when we first got started in the paranormal and when we were going through the stuff that we went through, really our only introduction to the paranormal was watching the Warrens on like the Oprah Winfrey Show or Phil Donahue, or getting one of their books from the library and reading their books. That was kind of where we started learning more about the paranormal. So definitely look up to the Warrens. Go investigate Doll Island. Probably not. We'll leave Doll Island alone. That place seems like super dangerous. I love the paranormal, but as I've gotten older and hopefully wiser, I try not to put myself in like stupid situations where something really bad could happen. Thank you, Kat Ramsey, for the donation for Duke and a sweet treat. W's in the chat for Kat. You need to come to California. Yes, we do. Do you ever go to Long Island? I'm not for sure. Did we go to Long Island? John, did we go to Long Island? I think we went to Coney Island. We went to Coney Island. We went downtown to Manhattan. We went to Brooklyn. I would love to do a live with that family. I need to see if I can set that up where we can do a live with that family from Brooklyn. You guys would absolutely love them. It's the documentary It's Coming. That'd be pretty cool to set up. I'll try to set that up for you guys. You guys would love that. Finland. Come to Philadelphia. We have been to Philadelphia. Love it. Let me get this comment. Josh, I was on the overnight live stream while they were at the Warren Museum, and I swear it is not good. I don't know what they did, but the weirdest night after that live ever. Charlene says the Foreman brothers do the most for those who need help. Thank you. The Twin Paranormal are good too, yet for different reasons. They make me laugh. Yeah, it's like very few. There's not a whole lot of teams. I mean, there's a lot of teams out there that do family hauntings because we are friends with a lot of them and we talk to a lot of teams. Sometimes we refer cases to other paranormal teams. Other times they refer cases that seems to be on the darker side that they refer to us. So we do work with a lot of teams from around the country that do a lot of family hauntings. Um, Family hauntings are definitely unique, which I think the case that I'm editing right now is like a perfect example for how unique family hauntings are, because you're not only there to obviously figure out what's haunting the home, what's going on there, but you also play part therapist, counselor. You have the whole dynamics of the family that you're dealing with. And um, so not only are you there to investigate, document the evidence, do the cleansing and clear the house of all the negative energy, but you also are trying to take this family that's broken and been through this horrible nightmare, and you're trying to build them back up and put them back together again and help them regain their faith. So it's very, family hauntings are very, very time consuming and often hard to navigate through all the different things that you have to investigate. Anybody that's ever done a family haunting, you know exactly what I'm talking about. 79 Craze, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you for everything you guys do, because you guys get my mom through Some hard night. She absolutely loves Sean. 79 crazed. Please tell your mom that we all said hello to your mother. You'll have to show her this, and I don't know exactly what her name is, but if you give me her name, we can give her a shout out. Yeah, the one place I'd want to do in the UK is the Edinburgh. Anybody familiar with the Edinburgh Poltergeist? I'm assuming that's in the UK somewhere. Yeah, that's not Tucker. Duke. Duke. Stop. Come here. Hey, come here. Jamie White, thank you so much for the $50 donation. Everybody in the chat, give Jamie a W. There's some people walking by with the dog outside, so Duke is going nuts because Duke owns this street. No other dogs are allowed on our street. He'll be down in a second. Jennifer, thank you so much for the Be nice. Hey.
Be nice to Bentley. He didn't do anything. Sorry, Dick gets excited when dogs walk by.
Anytime a dog walks down our street, that's what Duke does. Duke, please. I know you're doing your job. Come here. Come here. I know you're just doing your job, but you're allowed.
Hey, if you want to tap,
You're allowed, boy. You're allowed, boy, huh? Yeah, so if anybody ever tries breaking in our house, Duke will eat your face off.
Everyone else's dogs are freaking out now because of that.
Everybody's dogs are barking. Good job, Duke. You woken up the internet. Yeah, Duke likes to break out in like random howls. I think that's the husky in him.
Just to protect his cat.
Duke is definitely the leader of the pack.
No, Bentley is.
No, I'm the leader. Duke's second, and then Bentley, then Tucker. Who's the leader?
Tucker's actually not in the pack.
Who's the leader? Mm-hmm. You good boy. That you are, my baby boy. You're such a good boy, huh? That you are. My dogs howl at fire trucks. I don't think our dogs do anything with sirens, do they?
Mm-mm.
Just other dogs. Yes, I would love to get into the Exorcist house. I think that's out in St. Louis, Missouri. Everybody's dogs are going crazy. Somebody says, whatever happened to that family that lived in the haunted apartment that had the shooting while you guys were there filming? I'm not for sure, but I know we talked to them for a while. I think they ended up moving out of that area. That was over in Indianapolis. That was like the craziest interview we ever had. If anybody's ever watched the episode, but literally a shootout started like right in the middle of our interview. All hell broke loose. So we're hurrying up, trying to cleanse this house. Helicopters are flying over. Sirens are going everywhere. It was a pretty crazy night. Steph, thank you so much for the donation. Ever think about visiting Japan's haunted locations? We have some pretty crazy locations. Yes, we have. I think isn't the haunted forest in Japan the one that Josh Gates did? So does your energy separate from your soul? I think it does. You need to come to Kentucky. We spend quite a bit of time in Kentucky. Canon 9860, thank you so much for the donation. Josh, your show has brought my family together every Friday night. Thank you and bless you all for what you do. That is good. Love that you guys take the time out of your day to watch. Love that you guys take your time to comment. Smash that like button. We greatly appreciate it. We are very proud of the beautiful community that we have built here on YouTube. So, anybody that just takes the time to watch, just so you know that the three of us do greatly appreciate you doing that. Also, appreciate all the prayers that we get, the prayers that you guys send out to the families. A lot of the families reach out and tell us how much they appreciate how kind you guys were. So, bravo to all of you. Somerset, Kentucky. We've done some cases down in Somerset, Kentucky. Have you ever been to Amityville? No, we have never been to Amityville. W to all the mods. Yes, we have amazing mods here. I'm not for sure if Sean got all that taken care of. I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah, when we're not investigating or editing, anytime I get a downtime, I'm always watching documentaries on outer space. I believe outer space is connected to all of this somehow, with heaven and hell, different parts of the universe. So it's a very deep subject, and definitely believe that the universe has a lot to do with the paranormal on the other side. Kat, thank you so much for the donation. Can I be mod? When we hit 10,000 people on a premiere, we'll add a few mods. Let's make that a goal. Jane Baxter, thank you so much for the donation. Love you all from Dave and Jane over here in Wales in the UK. Shout out to Wales. Thank you to Dave and Jane. You guys rock. Billy, come here. Hey, Tucker, did you get up? Huh? Did Tucker get up? I think Tucker's trying to find the trash can. There's a little ornery boy. Well, you're nervous getting on. You don't like being on screen, huh? Does the camera make you nervous? The camera make you nervous? Yeah. See, Duke likes being on camera. You don't like being on camera, do you? Yes. Good old Bentley came to us from Kentucky. That's the always bad thing about getting a new dog is you want them to feel loved and part of the family, and because I always get nervous that they're missing their family, but I think he's adjusted well here. Puppy breath is the best thing. Do you still have puppy breath? Look. Good kiss. Oh, that's a good kiss. You're a good kisser like Dookie boy, huh? We'll go down and play. Where's your ball at? He grabs the heaviest toy to play with. Sean's leaving us. Sean's got to go to the store. Yeah, I've got to get some stuff done too before the premiere tonight. So if you're just joining us, please smash that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. We do have a premiere tonight, 8 o'clock, brand new family haunting. Our cousin Rob from the UK joined us for an epic investigation, documented some amazing footage, which I think you guys will all enjoy. So definitely come back for the premiere tonight, 8 o'clock. Bentley is camera shy. Yes, he is. So I'm going to jump off here and get some things done. I want to run the vacuum. Still got to go work out and then do some editing before 8 o'clock tonight. I'll be in chat around 7:30 tonight. So if anybody wants to come over to chat earlier and hang out with us, we would greatly appreciate it. Yay, Cousin Rob. I'm hoping Cousin Rob will be in chat tonight. But anyhow, you guys all have a beautiful weekend. We will be out filming this weekend. And we'll see everybody in chat tonight, 8 o'clock for the brand new premiere. And other than that, you guys all have a beautiful weekend, safe weekend, and we'll see you guys all